Hi all, it's Kylie from Kylie's Card Craft. Thanks for joining me again today. I want to show you another quick fold. You know how I love my folds. Here's another little one that will just ends up as a little tag type thing that'll go in a pocket, sit into your journal, lots of hidden journaling. It's a very easy fold, but what we've got is we flick up. We've got journaling. I'm going to sit it down because it's easier. We've got this way. So concertina's out this way, which is this. And if you fold this one over, you've got this with that. Now, as I said before, it can either go into a pocket or, if you like, leave this bit blank and adhere it into the page of your journal. It is so quick and easy to do. As normal, it's the decorating that takes the time with these things, not the fold. Stick around and I'll show you how to very quickly create this little one. If you've got a scoreboard, it does make it easier. Now, I did this because I had a scrap of 12 by 12. So I've grabbed another scrap now. This is 12 inches by 6 inches. Technically, it's half a sheet of 12 by 12. The longer you've got it, the longer this bit ends up, okay? So what this is the full length of that. If you want a longer pocket or a taller one, use more of your 12 by 12. So your 6 inches, your 8 inches, 12 inches, whatever your scrap is, that will give you your taller length. It's late at night here. I'm obviously struggling for words. So the size of your sheet, as in the height-wise, folded in half will give you the height of this, okay? So I'm working with a 6 inch by 12 inch piece because that's what my scrap was when I started. And we're going to recreate it exactly the same. So to start with, now, double-sided is best. Otherwise, just do your inking and all the rest for your other side. What we want to do to start with is to score it dead into the middle, okay? So I'm going to score it. So at the moment, it's 6 inches, as I said, and we're going to score it straight through. There's only a little bit of that we're keeping, but just so that it's scored, so that it will fold down anyway. What we then want to do, now I'm trying to move that down so that you can see. Right, if you've got a 12-inch piece, if you are working in inches, you're going to want to score at 2 3/8 of an inch. And then another 2 3/8 of an inch, another 2 3/8 of an inch. So I've actually marked mine on there. If you want to do centimetres, your 12 by 12 becomes 30.5 centimetres. So you want to score it at 6.1 centimetre intervals, okay? What we want to end up with is 5 equal pieces. So I've gone through and marked mine for where they all need to be. Because this is only in an eighth and all the rest, it's just a little bit. 3/8 is there. So I'm just going to score this all the way down because it'll just make it easier. So our next one is here. And then I've got my next one at there. So let's have a look. 2 3/8. 1, 2, 3. Yep. So 2 3/8 because I was working in inches. Even though I'm in Australia, I work in inches. I know. What a pain I am, aren't I? So I'm just going over to 1, 2, 3/8. So technically, what I should have there are 5 equal bits. This last one will be a little bit over because you can't get it in 5s. And I think it's like a 1/16 of an inch or a couple of mil. So it's the way it works. And I will trim that bit off later on. That's it. That's all our scoring done. I'm going to get that out of the way. And I'll just grab my normal bone folder. And what we want to do with this one now is I want this on my outside, this as my inside. So I'm just going to fold this down. Like so. And I'm going to trim along here and along here, leaving this middle piece in. Making sense so far? Turn that around. So down this score line, and because I can never get my score lines correct, I'm just going to make a mark at the 3 inches. So I know where my cut line is, and at the 3 inches there, so that I know where my cut line is. And then I can use my knife, which I've got sitting here, and we can cut this down. So on the pencil line, on the pencil line. I may need to redo it. So I want to take out this square, this square, this square, and this square. And I'm just leaving that center one in. So I'll go to that one, which is that. Same with that one, and I will finish where that one comes there, and that one is there. And now what I want to do is take down here. If you find you're a little bit wonky, you can always trim them up later on, just to get them in their perfect little sections. And you can see mine are, you know, bits hanging off everywhere. So I like to fold them, and then I can trim them up and get them to the best at that stage. So what I've now ended up with is one flap at the top, which folds down here. You can see it's slightly off. And then I've got this fold. So I'm going to fold my right to my left, starting from where this flap is, folding him over, just lining it all up so that it lines up. As I said before, you can trim it later on, give that a push down, and then this one we can fold back on itself. Okay, that's that one. And now you're going to do exactly the same with this side. So folding your left to your right, making sure they all line up, especially the bottom, because you know that you got the bottom straight to start with, because we haven't actually retouched that. This one back over on itself, like so. Now this one, you can see I'm a little bit off. I'm actually a little bit off in here. Maybe my measurements weren't quite wonderful. So, I don't know. What I want is that. I want that one over that one, that one over that one. He trims off. No, they're all like it. He's in a little bit as well. That's just my measurements today. Fiddle with your measurements. Okay. But I'm going to go that one over that one, like so. In which case, this piece needs trimming down here. So I'm going to leave the rest of it sitting there. I'm going to use my little ruler. You can use your scissors if you find it's easier. Don't cut into your folded section. And I'm just going to run that down there, like so. And this is going to work over the top of all of that, because you've now got a little bit of thickness in there anyway. And we're going to fold down. What we've got is that. We've then got that. We've then got that. How easy is that? If you're doing it with a 12 by 12, full 12 by 12, you can do those in the middle and have another side here that has another flap up there. But this one I just liked because for me it was a little pocket. It went into a little pocket so that the finished product just looked like a tag. I've got no journals sitting on my desk. Not one. because I have so many of them at the moment on the go that they're all in containers and they just get lifted off. So I'm just looking around to see if I've got a pocket. Let me have a look. I've got finished products here somewhere. I should have just over here somewhere. Journal cards. Oh, here we go. Right, here's one. Here's one I prepared earlier. So this was a pocket that would be attached to your journal. Of course, if this was larger or this pocket was smaller, this would just tuck in. And I'd have it like that as a tag. But when you pull it out, what you've then got is that. Aren't they just so sweet? So they are so easy, and you can see that they fold better with movement. So I just need to trim up a little bit of that because I can never trim on my actual score lines. I can't do it. Never been able to cut properly on my score lines. I'm just going to go down there, trim that one up a tad, just to even it all up. And that's what I said before. It's at these points that you can rearrange all of these so that they sit in properly. You can see I'm also bending over a little bit of that one. So I want to trim a little bit of that one off as well. Just make him a little bit smoother. Take that one away. It's at this point that you want to do all of this before you start to decorate, because you've got to remember you're going to add a little bit more weight and thickness to it once you start to decorate your little folder. So that's that one. That should fold in nicer now as well. That's that. This one could probably do with a little bit as well. Again, going on out. We know this side's right because it's not curved up at all. So I'm just taking, and I mean not much, just so that it'll sit down and sit in. All right, nice and easy. We'll quickly show you, how about I will, quickly show you just a few ways to make this really into a journaling one. And you can do it any way you like. You can make it all just pretty pictures. You can have extra pockets in there. You can have it just as all journaling cards. Anything you like. They are so easy to decorate. And this size is such a great size to play around with. But, oh, I'm really grunging it up tonight, aren't I? So first day back at work after the Easter break. I got a week off, which was lovely. Had plans for so many things and didn't get any of them done. Did go op shopping quite a bit though. So I suppose that's something, isn't it? All right, that's all that. Nicely done. What's this side like? It doesn't take much to sit there and flick around it just to give it that definitive edge. Just so it looks, for me, I like the well-loved, well-handled, well-looked look of them. If you're not into that, don't do it. There is no rule out there that says you have to ink. Inking is definitely a personal choice. It doesn't affect the way they look or anything else. It is a personal choice. For me, I like the look of it. But, so now I've got that. And it's all very grungy and all the rest. But I've got, for me, it gives me definitive little areas. That one could actually, now that I can see them all properly, can be bent back that way so that it's a little bit straighter. Give that a good crease again. Right, let's say I want to put some dirt. This one is this nice creamy colour on the inside. Anyway, my other little one was quite dark on the other side. And it was just, as I said before, it was a scrap that I had sitting there. So it was lighter on the outside than the inside because I wasn't quite certain what I was going to do with it. And that's just how it turned out. So what I probably should have done with this one is had this on my outside, this on my inside. So if I turned it around, refolded, There we go, like that. That's cute though, isn't it? Let's do that. See how easy it is just to rearrange those because they've been scored. So I'm just giving them a good crease again. Right, we're going this way now. I like that. I actually like the lighter look on the outside. So, but what it'll mean, she says, is she gives it a really dark, grungy look anyway. Right. So, if we've got... Now, I used a lot of this before. I had quite a bit of lined coffee-dyed paper sitting around. And so that's what I used to go inside and to give me all my journaling places. And all that is, that was clever, and that's how you break your tip. All of this is let's just make a few of these. So, there. That one will finish there. So, I should get 3 out of this piece. 2. And 3, yes I will, look at that. And my height should all be the same, so they should be around about 3 inches. So it's going to be about that, isn't it? I reckon I want it to about that line. So let's just have a look, will we? I reckon that should be at about 3 inches. Or under 3 inches, because we cut them at 3 inches, didn't we? So yes, if I cut on that line, it's nice and straight. And then we go down. Are you still in shot? Oh yeah, look at that. You are. That one, and that one. Right, and that one I will use for other bits. There's 3. Nice and quick and easy. Again, with me, I will give them more of a burnt look than the grunge that I've really got going around the side. I'll do one. And I know most of you have left by now, because all you want to know was the fold, and the fold is done, and I've shown you how to do that. But for those of you that are still with me, thank you. Good to have your company. And as I said before, it's quite late here, because I'm just running out of so much time these days. Oh, I love doing all this, but I'm running out of time for it every day. And because I work full-time as well, and it was so nice to have my week off over Easter, that so many plans and hardly anything got done. So, well, ink, slide him down. Straighten it up, maybe. What do you reckon? That's a bit better. I'm just using my glue stick to stick these ones down. You can decorate these any which way you like as well. Bring that over onto the board. Now it's actually straight when I do this. Right. So I'll put these 3 on, and then I'll show you my other one. I'm going to go right over here with this one. Down. But don't forget to do ones on the other side as well. That one's a bit gluey now. We'll go onto the book. I'm going on gluing the light side because I like that dark side. Right. And we'll go there, because I like things a little bit different. Doesn't have to be mirror imaged or anything else. But again, that's just me. And in my earlier years, yes it would have been, my OCD would have kicked in quite a bit with that one. Right. So see what I mean about how easy it is to actually start decorating this. So with our other one, I've put some plain up here. I've just put a little corner, and all I did with that is that I had some of that left over, chopped it to about that, I think it was, put a stamp on it. Oh, actually, I would have chopped it to about that so that it fitted in there. Stamped some script on it and then cut it from here to here, or cut them, then stamped them, and ended up with a piece for that and a piece in there as well. So they were very quick and easy ones to do. So there's some of that lined, and then I've got more lined on this side. What have I got on this side? And some more lined on this side. But so all I've done is then, with my little pockets that go in these, they're just some you don't want to use thick card. I'll say that now. When you're making all your little bits and pieces to go in there, to keep them fairly flat, don't use too thick a card. This is a craft cardstock, but it's a really, really light weight one, only about 130 GSM. Normal copy paper is about 80, so you want to stick between 80 and 130. I've just put some newsprint on there, some clocks that I've cut out, and some little flower stickers, the clear ones, because again they're nice and light, and that just sticks in there. That was a clock that I had cut out sitting in my clock sections. That was another clock that I had cut out. That's why they all turned out to be clocks. Cut this out the other night, and it was sitting on my desk from a book that I'd gutted, and it was still sitting on my desk when I was playing with this, so I just picked it up and put it on. So everything's ended up clocks. We've got a belly band here, a little bit of coffee-dyed copy paper with some lace down it to give it a little bit of stiffness. And then again, another little journal card with a clock that I've coloured, and then I've splattered with vintage photo. And I've put a little word in that one that says time as well. On this side, we've got another one of these. Again, just a half clock I had sitting in my bits and pieces. Another flower sticker with some book page. And then if we go back over to this one, and I've just got two more journaling ones with a part clock here, so that it all just tucks in. As I said before, so easy. How easy is that? Thought you might get a kick out of that one. It's something that you can rearrange and change and give yourself more length. If you've got A3 paper, do it with some A3 and you'll get a longer one, more of a rectangle one. If you want to use a full 12-inch sheet, you'll get a taller one in this skinny size. Hope you've enjoyed that. Just a quick one, and yeah, really quick. I've only been on for 23 minutes. Aren't you proud of me? All right, till next time. Happy crafting. Bye.